You've spent the better part of your adult life as a football coach, right? And I've spent the better part of my adult life as a manager.
Right.
And I've met a few coaches, some of our friends.
We had the same job.
We have the same job in many ways. You've got a lot more people in your band, and maybe a few less for a manager. People used to ask me to describe what being a manager was, and I said it was part cop, it was part dad, it was part teacher, it was part, philosopher, motivator, and so forth. If I ask you to describe what it is a football coach does, how would you describe it?
I think all those. I wore all those hats. And in the college world, where you also have to go out and recruit those that join your band, it's even another a hat to wear. Ultimately, you are trying to get the best out of a lot of people. And I used to use this term. You're looking for people who are committed, who will finish what they start. You've got to tell them what it is you're expecting from them, but they got to finish what they start. They've got the right attitude to get that done, meaning that the sky isn't falling. This is going to work. Half full rather than half empty people. You know what I'm talking about. And then you need people that are responsible no matter what role you give them, because everybody comes in wanting to be the starter, but there's only 22 of them in a football game, and you've got 85 scholarships. So you do the math. How many people are not going to get that role? You've got to do something else, but you've got to make it the most important role in the team. And that's true on a coaching staff. That's true throughout the entire administration of your football program. Everybody's got a role, and they've got to make it the most important. And as the head coach, you've got to value all those roles. That's hugely important. And you've got to know something about that role so that they know that you value it.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, you've got to do it enthusiastically. Yeah. And you put all those together, the word is care. Commitment, attitude, responsibility, enthusiasm. If you care, you got a chance.
Yeah.
And therein lies the thing. And then the other thing, and I used to say this as we talk about the nexus between music and what I did in terms of coaching, I said, then you got to celebrate when you win. That's part of that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You can't have a concert and not feel the jubilation. Hey, we just won tonight, right?
Yeah.
And in football, there's a scoreboard that tells you when that took place. And when you do, you can't feel a sense of relief. You have to feel a sense of celebration. And if you do that, and I say we're going to party like a rock stars.
Yeah.
Party like rock stars, meaning that we're going to go out, not to be off the wall and get ourselves in trouble, but we're going to enjoy the adulation that comes with victory.
Today is our 100th broadcast. 100 times. Who thought of it? We kept doing one after another, and there we are. That's what I'm going to look like in another few years, folks. An old freaking bald man. Peace. Give me 2 more years.